Imagine a tranquil lake at dawn. You dive in, feel the cold water envelop your body, but when you surface, everything seems different. The sky is brighter, the air lighter, but at the same time, something has changed. This is the perfect metaphor for spiritual awakening, a process that promises clarity but also brings unexpected challenges. Have you ever wondered why so many people report emotional crises or drastic changes in their lives after a spiritual experience? The truth is that awakening is not just a journey of light and peace. It is also an invitation to confront the darkest aspects of oneself and the world. In this video, we will explore the side effects of spiritual awakening that are rarely discussed. You will discover that these experiences are not signs of failure, but rather essential parts of a transformative process. Prepare yourself to understand how discomfort and uncertainty can be the gateway to true wisdom. Are you ready to dive deep into this journey? So, let's get started. Initial confusion, the awakening labyrinth. When a person begins to awaken spiritually, the world that once seemed solid and familiar starts to crumble. Old beliefs lose their meaning, and new questions emerge. Who am I really? What is the purpose of all this? This state of confusion is comparable to being in a maze. You see paths ahead, but you're not sure which one to follow. What many don't know is that this initial confusion is a natural part of the process of expanding consciousness. The human brain, when faced with new paradigms, enters a state of high cognitive activity. Studies in neuroplasticity, such as those conducted in the 1990s by Dr. Michael Merzenich, show that the mind has the ability to reorganize itself in the face of new information. However, this can cause feelings of disconnection as the brain works to integrate these changes. In Buddhism, this phase is seen as a spiritual rebirth. Siddhartha Gautama, before becoming the Buddha, experienced an intense period of questioning. While meditating under the Bodhi tree, he faced doubts and illusions before attaining enlightenment. This process is a reminder that confusion is not the end of the journey, but rather a sign that you are moving towards something greater. To deal with this state, it is essential to embrace uncertainty instead of resisting it. Practices such as meditation and journaling, writing reflections, help create space for the mind to process new perspectives. Moreover, remembering that this state is temporary can bring comfort. Just as the Buddha found clarity after facing his confusion, you too can find direction by accepting this phase as part of your evolution. Spiritual awakening is not a straight line. It is a journey full of ups and downs, and although the initial confusion may seem uncomfortable, it is the first step towards a deeper understanding of oneself and the universe around them. Social disconnection, a path between two worlds. When someone begins to awaken spiritually, the feeling of no longer belonging to their previous social circle often arises. Close friends may seem distant, and conversations that were once comfortable now sound empty. This happens because awakening alters the perception of reality, bringing new priorities and values that do not always align with those of the people around. This phenomenon can be compared to crossing a bridge between two worlds. In the world you leave behind, social interactions are often based on superficial interests or cultural conditioning. In the new world, you seek deeper connections based on authenticity and meaning. This contrast can create a feeling of loneliness, but also of renewal. Psychologists specialized in human development suggest that during periods of personal transformation, social networks naturally reorganize. This was observed in studies such as Dunbar's 1992, which demonstrated that the depth of relationships often depends on the compatibility of values and interests. In the case of spiritual awakening, this change is even more pronounced as life priorities become more introspective and less oriented by external expectations. In Buddhism, this process of disconnection is seen as a necessary emptiness. The detachment from old relationships that no longer resonate is considered an important step to make room for new connections. Buddha himself exemplified this by leaving behind his life as a prince, cutting ties that limited his search for truth. He believed that by letting go of what no longer serves us, we create space for what truly matters. If you are experiencing this type of disconnection, remember that you are not alone. It's a normal part of the journey. Take this time to connect with yourself and with people who share similar values. Spiritual communities or meditation groups can offer support during this transition, helping you build new relationships aligned with your essence. Remember, social disconnection during awakening is not an end, but a new beginning. Although it can be challenging at first, it paves the way for a more authentic and meaningful type of interaction. Increased sensitivity, the burden of perceiving more. Upon spiritual awakening, something peculiar happens. Your emotions and perceptions seem amplified. Situations that once went unnoticed now deeply affect you. From the pain of others to the world's problems, everything seems more intense, as if you were living on a higher frequency. This sensitivity can be both a blessing and a challenge. This phenomenon occurs because spiritual awakening expands your consciousness. You begin to see beyond appearances, connecting with the energies and emotions around you. In scientific terms, this may be related to increased activity in brain regions associated with empathy and emotional awareness, such as the prefrontal cortex. This ability to perceive with greater clarity, although enriching, can be exhausting, especially when you absorb the emotions of others. In Buddhism, this sensitivity is seen as a reflection of evolving compassion. The teaching of karuna, or active compassion, encourages the use of this expanded perception to help others and alleviate suffering. However, it also emphasizes the need for balance. Just as the Buddha found serenity while meditating under the Bodhi tree, you too need to cultivate moments of calm to recharge your energy. If you feel that this sensitivity is becoming overwhelming, it is important to establish healthy boundaries. Practices such as daily meditation, grounding techniques, and conscious breathing help balance emotional energy. Remember that feeling more does not mean carrying the weight of the world. It means learning to channel that sensitivity constructively. Over time, you will realize that this amplification of sensations is a gift. It not only deepens your connection with others, but also enriches your life experience. The secret lies in recognizing that you are a bridge between what you feel and what you can transform, using that sensitivity as a tool for empathy and action. Existential crisis, redefining who you are. During spiritual awakening, many face a deconstruction of identity. The beliefs and labels that once defined who you were begin to lose their meaning, and questions arise such as, who am I without my achievements? Or what is the purpose of my existence? This phase is often called an existential crisis, an inevitable stage of transformation. This crisis occurs because awakening forces a break with old patterns, leading to a profound re-evaluation of life. The ego, which often clings to titles, material possessions, and ideas of success, is challenged to release these identifications. For many, this can be unsettling, but in the context of spiritual growth, it is an opportunity for rebirth. Philosophies like Buddhism explain this phenomenon through the concept of anatta, or non-self. According to the teachings of Buddha, the self that we believe we are is a construct based on temporary thoughts and experiences. Releasing this illusion allows access to a broader perspective and a deeper connection with the universal essence. Science also offers insights into this phase. Researchers in existential psychology suggest that identity crises can be triggers for significant changes, leading to greater authenticity and meaning in life. In other words, this crisis is not the end, but the beginning of a new way of living. If you are facing an existential crisis, here are some suggestions. Practice acceptance. Allow yourself to feel the uncertainty without seeking immediate answers. Discomfort is part of the journey. Seek reflection. Moments of solitude or journaling can help organize your thoughts. Find a deeper purpose. Ask yourself what really matters and how you can contribute to the well-being of others. The existential crisis, although challenging, is a unique opportunity to reassess your life and align your actions with your deepest values. It is an invitation to let go of what no longer serves you and embrace a more authentic version of yourself. The awakening, a path of light and shadow. Spiritual awakening is a deeply transformative journey, but not without its challenges. It illuminates hidden truths, but it also confronts us with parts of ourselves and the world that we would prefer to avoid. Confusion, social disconnection, heightened sensitivity, existential crisis, and even feelings of superiority are signs that you are changing, growing, and getting closer to a more authentic understanding of who you really are. But here is the key point. Every obstacle encountered on this path is also an opportunity. These side effects are not mistakes or deviations. They are the foundations of a deeper evolution. As Buddhist teachings remind us, real transformation occurs when we face our shadows with courage and compassion. Awakening is not a final destination, but a continuous process of learning, acceptance, and service. It requires patience, practice, and humility. Remember, the light you discover within yourself is not just to illuminate your own journey, but to guide and inspire others. So, as you navigate the turbulent waters of this transformation, embrace every moment, both the clear and the challenging, once they are part of something greater, because, in the end, spiritual awakening is not just about who you become, but about the impact your new consciousness will have on the world around you.